Hello student, in this session we will start our topic force and pressure. So in this topic force and pressure we will start with the force and the in part 2 we will do the pressure. So what is force? First we will start with the force. A force is a push or pull exerted by an object on another. Means just look at the diagrams. A man is pushing a car. So he is pushing an object. This means that a man is applying a force on a car. Similarly, in another diagram, two girls are pulling each other. So means both the girls act as an object, are applying force on each other. So force is only push or pull by an object on another object. This is the basic definition of force. Now, what are the properties of force? Force has both magnitude and direction. Means we can calculate force. We can count force. Magnitude means value. So anything which can be calculated, measured is called its magnitude. The value is called magnitude. And forces also have direction. Means we are applying force in a particular direction. The unit of force is Newton. Newton was a scientist who discovered the force. So the unit of force is Newton. Now look at the diagram. In this picture, two boys are pushing a big box. So the total force is what is applying on this box is the total force applied by these two boys. That total force is called net force. So if the force is applying in the same direction, then the net force is the sum of both the forces applied by the boys. So just go with the first pointer. Force applied on an object in the same direction add to another. And in the next diagram, if the two force acts in the opposite direction, means the two persons are pushing a box in opposite direction, then the net force, that is total force acting on this object, is the difference between these two forces. So in general, if more than one force may be acting on an object at any given point, however, a force acting on an object is always the mean net force acting on it. Means we can apply as many as force on this object. Lots of people can push these boxes, but the net force, total force, is the sum of or the difference of the forces acting on this object. So if the force is applying in the same direction, then we add up that force. And if the force is applying on opposite direction, then we subtract that force. And that is called the net force. Now, our next topic is what are the effects of force. There are 4 to 5 effects of forces. First, force can change the speed of an object. Means batsman hitting a ball very hard. If a batsman hitting a ball very hard, the speed of the ball will change. The first thing is force can change the speed. Next is force can change the direction of motion of an object. Means if the batsman hitting a ball very hard, the ball can go in any direction. So on applying a force, the direction of motion can be changed. Now force can change the shape of an object. So when an elastic is pulled hard, it breaks. If we pull an elastic, the shape of the elastic will change. So this shows that force can change the shape of an object. Force can move an object from rest to a state of motion. For example, if any ball is stationary on the ground and the footballer kick it, we can change the state of rest of a ball into motion. So if we apply a force on any object, we can move it. So we can move an object from rest, or we can stop the moving object. If we are applying a force, a ball is rolling towards you, and if we are going to apply a force, we can stop that ball. So there are the 5 effects. Force can change the speed, force can change the direction, force can change the shape, and force can move the object which is at rest, and the force can stop the moving object. So there are some diagram. A person is inflating a balloon. The shape of the balloon is getting changed. A girl is paddling a bicycle. So we can change the speed of a bicycle by applying a force. 2 people are playing a tennis. They can change the direction of ball by applying a force. So force has many effects. Now there are many types of forces. We have learned friction force, gravity, magnetic force, your muscular force, that you are applied a force, you are pushing something, you are applying your muscles. Buoyant force that you will learn in higher classes, that is pulling force, that is called tension. Drag force, drag, anything is a resistance with air is called dragging. A boat is flowing in a water is dragging force. A umbrella, that is parachute, is coming down is due to the resistance of the air is called drag force. And the spring force. There are many type of force. But in this session, you will learn about your friction, gravity, magnetic and applied. These types of forces. So these type of forces comes into the category of, some are in the contact force and some comes under the non-contact force. So first we are going with the contact force. Contact force means a force that can be applied only when it is in contact with an object. Means if the force is going to apply between 2 objects, both the objects should be in contact with each other. For example, you are carrying something, your hands are in contact with this box. You are pushing this chair, your hands are in contact with the chair. You are pulling this chair, your hands are in contact with this chair. Your muscular force, you are just lifting something. Mechanical force by the pulley, you are pulling water from the well. Rolling the skateboard, all these type of force comes under the contact force. In muscular force, your hands are in contact with these dumbbells. In mechanical force, this pulley is in contact with the rope and it is in contact. Friction force, your rollers are in contact with the ground. So these type of force which is applying when the 2 objects are in contact with each other. For example, is hammering a nail. When we are hammering a nail in a wood or on a wall, our hammer is in contact with the nail. So this is called contact force. Muscular force. Force due to the action of muscles is called muscular force. This is also contact force. We can say force resulting because of action of muscles. This is tug of war. All are applying force. They're using their muscles to pull this rope. Pulling is a force, but which type of force is this? Muscular. Muscular force is applied only after interaction with the object. For example, when we push the object like a school bag or lift the bucket of water we use the muscular force. Animals also uses muscular force to carry out their task. This bullock is pulling a cart, so it uses his muscles to pull that cart. Now friction force. The force of friction arises between the surface of the two objects. Means the sole of our shoes is in contact with the road or a floor. So the force of friction always acts on the moving object and its direction is always opposite to the direction of motion. Means friction force always acts opposite to the direction. If we are moving forward, friction force always act in the backward direction. So force of friction comes into action only after interaction between the two objects. This type is called contact force. Means if you are writing on your book, then your pen is in contact with your paper. This is called friction. When you are walking on the floor, your feet are in contact with the floor. That is called due to the friction you are able to walk. So all this comes under the contact force. Due to the force of friction between the surface of the ball and the ground that bring the moving ball to rest. When we stop pedaling a bicycle, it gradually slow down and finally come to stop due to the force of friction. So these are some example of the friction. You are paddling, you are cycling, you are kicking a ball on the ground. Everywhere the friction force is acting. Now comes non-contacting force. Force due to without interaction between two objects is called non-contact force. For example, a magnet can pull an iron nail from a distance. So there is no need to put a magnet in contact with the iron nail. Magnet can do its work even if it is in non-contact or if magnet is placed a distance from the iron nail. Similarly, electrostatic force, gravitational force are some examples of non-contact force. So there is a magnetic force, one example, electrostatic force, another example, gravitational force are the third example. These are non-contact force. Do not need two objects should be in contact with each other. For example, magnetic force. A magnet can exert a force on another magnet without being in contact with it. The force exerted by a magnet is an example of non-contact force. A magnet, if you place a magnet and put some iron nails at the distance from the magnet can attract that iron nail from a distance. Okay. So the magnet force is a non-contact and there is some property of the magnet that magnet always has two poles, south and north. Look at the diagram, red and blue. These are the two poles. When we brought two magnets and the similar poles in front of each other, then they are just repel each other. And if we bring opposite poles, red and blue, this is the symbols of the pole. Just put the colors so that we can identify these are opposite pole. And if we bring two opposite poles near to each other, they attract. So this is the distance. There is some force is acting between the two magnets. No need these two magnets should be in contact with each other. The force can be applied even if the magnets are at a distance. So this is called non-contact force. Similarly, electrostatic force. Electrostatic means static means which remain for a small duration of time and due to the movements of charges. So that due to the charges, a force which remain for a small duration of time is called electrostatic force. So this happens when a charged body exerts a force on another charged or uncharged body. Means a charged body attracts an uncharged body. A positively charged body attracts a negatively charged body and repels a positively charged body without coming in contact. Thus, it is a non-contact force. For example, these are two glass rod. Just look at the diagram. And if we rub one glass rod with a silk cloth, that glass rod gets charged. And if we bring this charged glass rod near to another glass rod which is not rubbed, so the rubbed one gets charged and the another one which is hanging, it is uncharged. So if the one charged and uncharged body comes in not distance with each other, they are attracted if they are opposite charge and they repel if they have a same charge. So in this experiment, you can come to know which type of charges are there. Another example is gravitational force. Gravity means anything which is attracted towards itself. In our earth, everything is at its place due to the gravity. And if we throw anything, it comes always down due to the gravity of attraction. And this is also a non-contact force. So gravitational force is exerted by Earth, Moon, Sun and other planets to other. Earth and the other planets attracts all objects towards them. Since Earth attracts all objects even without coming in contact, thus gravitational force is non-contact force. Means our Earth is moving around the Sun. All other planets are moving around the Sun is due to this gravitational force. And this gravitational force is a long distance force and it is always attractive. And there is no need that other planets should be in contact with the Sun. So this is the non-contact force. Another example is when we release an object from a height, it always falls towards the ground because of gravitational attraction of the Earth. So these are the difference between contacts and the non-contact force. Hope you understood this topic of force. So we will again come to each other in the second part, that is pressure. Thank you everyone.